Okay, we are beginning again. This is the part two of the bomber jacket we're doing in the other video. So right now we are finished joining the sides of the jacket, and now we're going to fix the sleeves. That's what I'm doing right now. And I'll also do that on my lining as well. I would join the sides and also fix the sleeves on it. So here I'm fixing the sleeves. I didn't move in because it's a jacket. Normally when I fix my sleeve, I move in a bit. But here, since it's a jacket, I just started from the edge. So I would please remind you to please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and also tell people about the video as the channel as well. Thank you for you know for watching this other part of the video. So just keep calm and watch to the end because you will also need the fixing of the zipper and all, and also the band. So here I'm still trying to fix the sleeve, and afterwards we'll fix the band, as in I'll be fixing the band of the jacket, the waistband. And like the picture on the screen, you see that there are patches of Ankara, on the band. Okay, but if you don't, it's not compulsory. You can just sew your band straight up. But here, I want these patches like a design, I want the patches of the Ankara on it. Okay, but if you don't want it this way, you just have to sew it that way. But remember, your band would not be the same um length as the width. Okay, how wide the hem of your bomber jacket is. And also remember to notch the center front of the band. Okay, so here I am trying to fix the band. The I'm starting from the zipper allowance using the Ankara patches I attached. Okay, I put hasty on it before attaching it to the band. Here I'm going to just pin that point, pin it, and start sewing from where I have the band. We are not sewing from the beginning. Okay, we'll sew from where I have the band. Okay, and then I'll have to stretch it out because the band is smaller than the waistline. It depends on what you want. Okay, some people don't like it that firm, some people want it a bit loose. Okay, so whatever you need, however you want it to be, you take out what you would like, how you want it to be. Like for instance, if you just want it like maybe 3 inches smaller than the normal bomber jacket, your bomber jacket, I mean your band right now, you remove 3 inches out of it. Okay, but remember, some jersey bands are stretchy than some. They are not all the same. Okay, so you always check how stretchy your band is too, to know how much you take out, okay, before attaching it to the bomber jacket. And now I'm stretching it out, but I'll also notch that band and notch the center front of, sorry, the center back of the bomber jacket, so that I can pin those two notches together. Okay, it will help me when I'm stretching out so that it can be evenly distributed. Okay, the some parts will not be I'll not stretch out some parts more than the other side. Okay, so that's just what I'm doing right now. So as I said, I'm just trying to pin up the notches, then we'll sew. Okay, I hope you're enjoying the tutorials. I hope you enjoy this video and you try to make one for yourself. So now, after pinning up, what I'll do is, okay, that's my lining. I'll also I've also made a notch, okay, on it and pinned it as well. I'll sew all three of them together. That is the lining, the band, and the Ankara. I will start from the band. Remember, we are to start from the where we have the band, okay? Not from the beginning of the zipper allowance, as in not from the beginning of the hem. And as you sew, you keep stretching. As you sew, you stretch. And remember to always check under for the lining so not to sew and leave it behind, okay? And I'm sewing on my 0.5 inch allowance. So you keep stretching and sewing till you get to the where you have the band, where the band ends. That's where you end as well. Okay, you would see the reason why we are doing this is so that it will enable us sew the zipper allowance, as in use the lining to turn it over. Like we are going to sew everything in, as I said, because you can use this method as well to sew a reversible bomber jacket, especially if you have the right zipper. Okay, there are some zips that you can open both back and front. You can use the back and you can use the front. Okay, if you have such zip, you can use your lining can be another Ankara, and you just sew the same thing like this, and you have a reversible bomber jacket. The only thing you're going to add to it is that you're going to also make a welt pocket on the lining, which will be your Ankara if you are to do a reversible jacket. Okay, so that's another tip for you in case you want to do that. All right, so now we're done sewing. This is what it looks like. So now we're going to sew the edge that we didn't sew. We're taking it one after the other. You can see what I am doing right now. I'm sewing one piece to the fabric, and then the other part of it, I'll attach it to the lining, and then I'll sew from the zipper allowance down to where I began, as in where I began sewing the band, just the band. So you just sew half an inch. I'm making sure that the allowance is at 0.5 so that I will also do same because it's necessary for it to match because of the zipper. That seam at that point have to match to make the work look neat and you know make it look professional. Okay, so you wouldn't have as in one seam, as in the other part, maybe the left hand, the joining there where you have the zipper higher than the other, the left part. Okay, so that's why you have to be cautious of this part. Okay, make sure you sew at the allowance, the particular allowance you kept, so that your work will be neat. Hmm? I hope you get. So this is it. I'm joining to the lining the same way I did. I'm taking my time to show you this. Maybe I don't want it to be so fast, okay? So that you will see it properly. And I hope you understand what we're doing and I hope you're getting it right. If you are, please and please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe, okay? I really, really, I am grateful. I am truly grateful to you that are subscribed. Okay. Thank you so very much. Thank you. I appreciate. I truly appreciate. Thank you because I've seen so many subscribers right now, and I am just so happy about it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I know you that haven't subscribed will do so. So this is it. We are done joining it. It's taking shape. It's becoming more like what we are doing, or more like what we are anticipating. Okay. So after that, we'll do the other side. Okay, the same way we join the other side. That's the same way we are going to join the other side. And I'm showing you again so that in case you didn't really get the other part of it, you would get this part. And afterwards, after this, we are going to fix our zipper, okay? And before you know it, we'll be done. So we are done doing this. See, this is what it looks like. And so right now, we'll be fixing our band, okay? We'll be fixing our band before our zipper. So this is what we'll use for our band, as in our band on the sleeve. You know, there's a band on the sleeve as well. This is what we'll be using as the band. I would cut it. I would, sorry, I'll show you how. We'll just put it on fold and attach it. Okay, it's smaller than the circumference of the sleeve. Okay, it's smaller than just the same way we did the band. You reduce it. It will not be the same way. You reduce it, then you sew and then turn it inside out. Okay, and then attach to the band, to the sleeve. I measured it and deducted what I feel will be okay. And after sewing it, just fix it on your, you can fix it on your hand to see whether it's fitted enough. Okay. If it's not, you reduce it, you remove it and maybe sew more, or maybe free it. However it suits you. Okay. So now this is how I'm going to attach it. So you see, I'm going to, that's where I have my seam. Okay, I'm going to just um attach it like that's where I have my seam on the band, the seam on the band and the seam on the sleeve. I first attached it on the ankara, then I turned it around. Just, you can watch it over again, as in um this particular part of the video, because is the fixing this band is kind of tricky on the sleeve, because if you don't pay attention to this part, you can have your lining squeezed inside, and you will not free you may not freely be able to put your hand inside the sleeve. So you take your time to do this. Okay, just, I'm trying to sandwich the two between sandwich the band between the lining and the ankara. Okay, knowing that my front, as in the front is supposed to face the front. The front of the lining is supposed to face the front of the Ankara. Okay, just watch closely and you get what I'm saying. So I just joined a little, as in sewed a little part, and I'll put my hand in between the lining and the fabric inside and turn it inside out so that I can freely sew around it. Okay. So I'm trying to arrange it. You take your time, arrange it, and then you sew. It takes time, sha, but not so much because it's just because I'm making a video trying to make you understand, okay? That's why it's taking this long. But you know, for something to come out fine, it needs your time, your patience. Sewing is all about patience, okay? So just be patient and watch to the end. Thank you. And also, please remember to subscribe. Just click on the subscribe button and also the notification bell, okay? So that you can be notified whenever I have a new video. And please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you. So as you sew, you stretch out the band. Keep stretching so that it will go through evenly. Okay. Now, here is our sleeve. Our sleeve is ready. We'll go right away to the neckline. First of all, you can see I just kept it on fold. That way, I'll measure it, and then I'll know after measuring it, I'll taking the measurements around it. That way, I would know what to deduct on my band that I'll use on the neckline. But you can see, as you can see, I had notched the center front. Not the center front, actually, the center back. Okay, the center front is where we have the zipper. It's open. So now, here is my band. I will, you can see it's stretching. So I will deduct and also um, have it in mind that it's also stretching. Okay, and then I'm making like a curve. Okay, because if you see all those bomber jackets, they are not just the band or the collar stand. It's not just straight. It's not equal. It comes high from the center back and then it reduces. So you can see I'm attaching the band, and I didn't start from my zipper allowance. Okay, I moved away, as in 1 inch away, because my zipper allowance is 1 inch. So I moved 1 inch away, and then I'm stretching the band and I'm sewing. Okay, following the nature of the way I cut the band. You know, the band is kind of is curvy, so I'm just following it that way and making sure I'll have to making sure to stop at 1 inch away, to stop 1 inch away from the center front. Okay, where my zipper will be. So after now, we'll be fixing our zipper. Okay. So here is our zipper. But before we fix it, we have to notch that point where we have that line. We have a line. Okay, it's unfold there like that. But you can also make a notch to enable you know where, because we are going to spread it out. We are going to spread it out, so we will not sew it as one piece, the lining and the fabric. We'll sew it separately. Okay, that's why we are notching it. Okay. So I'm also making sure that my seam they match. Okay, one is not higher than one. So now I'm going to place my zipper on 1 inch. Okay, I'm marking it, especially on the side where I have that joining, so that my zipper will match with the other part of the zip, like the left hand side. Okay. So you see, I'm going to pin it at that point, just the Ankara, not the lining. You can see how I remove the lining out of the way. I'm sewing on only the Ankara for now. Okay. So now after sewing the zipper on the Ankara, I'm using the lining to turn it. You just turn it over, okay? And then pin where I have that seam, where I have the joining, and then I'll sew. Okay. I'm trying to show you again the way I did it. Okay, this is how it went after sewing on it, just like you do maybe a neat finishing of a baby dress. If you have seen that, the baby dress, the ball dress, this is the way we try to turn the zip inside out to give it a neat finishing both in and out. Okay, so that's just what I'm trying to do here. Okay, and then I'll sew my, the footer will guide me because I can't see it, but my finger, I'm using my fingers to feel it and feel the zip. Okay, but when you're doing the other side, you see the seam running through the zipper, so you just follow um that seam. But here you can't see, you just use your hand to feel it and you sew. Don't sew so close to the zip so that it will be easy for you to zip up and zip down. Okay, so now I'll do the same thing I did here on the other side of the jacket. Okay, and here I'm making sure that my seam is on the joining is on the same spot. Okay, then I'll pin it up. I like my my joining meeting up where they are supposed to meet up. It makes your work neater. Okay, so after doing this, see, I've separated the lining just I did on the other side. I moved the lining apart and aside, and I'm sewing just the Ankara, okay, on the zip. I'm sewing the zip on the Ankara only for now. After that, I'm going to use the lining to turn it the same way I did. It's kind of difficult there because of the head. You know how the zipper is at that point. So it will be kind of stressful there to move. You just take it easy, okay? If you have watched up to now, I guess you must have subscribed. But if you haven't subscribed, please do that already and give this video a thumbs up. And thank you. Remember, for you to be notified whenever I upload a new video, you have to click on the notification bell to do so, okay? So do that right now if you haven't done so already. Okay. So we're done fixing the zip and we'll do the same thing we did the other time on the other side of the zip, okay? We'll turn the lining and make sure the seam is matching up with that of the Ankara. This is what I was trying to say when I said this other side will be kind of easier to sew. You can see the zipper, the seam of the zipper there, and so it will guide you on where to sew your the zipper on the lining. Okay, you can see it's not so close to the seam on the Ankara, so that my I'll not find it difficult to open and close my zip. Okay, so now we are done fixing our zip. I'll just cut it out, but before you do this, I'm about to close up the neck line. Before you do this, I didn't do it anyways, but before you do this, make sure you turn it, fix your zip it up, and make sure your seam your seam matches, as in both sides, the seam on the joining, sorry, on both sides they match, and your zipper can move freely up and down, okay, before you close up the neckline, because after this we are going to everything will be inside. You can't go outside, okay, as in we can only turn it around, as in inside out, when we open up a part of it. So if you have to go check your zipper before you do this, so that you don't have to stress yourself going inside and outside and so loosening up and all. Okay, so here I'm trying to pin up the shoulder of my the joining on the shoulder, on the ankara and on the lining. I'm trying to match them up, pin it up so that I can sew. Okay, you know the neck is wider than the band, so I also have to stretch it out for the lining, to for me to be able to sew on the lining. Okay, as I sew, I will stretch it out as you sew, just like we did the band on the waist, on the hem. Okay, wherever you have the band, that's what you do. So as I get to that point where I have my band, I would always stretch it out. Okay, we are getting to the end of this tutorial. It's been an amazing journey doing this with you, and I appreciate the fact that you have watched this till the end. So please just subscribe for me, okay? The subscription means a lot to me. It will give me the courage to do more videos. I would know that I'm able to pass this message properly to you and you're gaining something from it. So just do try and subscribe so that I would have more beautiful videos for you uploaded on this channel. Subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and remember to click on the notification bell so that whenever new videos are being uploaded in this channel, you will be notified. Okay, thank you so much for staying this long with me. Thank you so much for subscribing. So now, after joining the closing up the neckline, I'm going to open up on any part of my lining. So I would like to open up through a particular, as in any of the sleeves, okay, and turning it all over, as in inside out. So that's the spot I'm going to open, but before that I'm going to reinforce. Okay, you are going to open up just this bit, not so much. Okay, not so much, just a little space, but big enough for your jacket to pass through. So here I'm going to use my seam ripper to rip off the seam that I had made on that side, so that it can be open for me to turn it inside out. It takes time anyways, but not so much time, depending on how much space you created. And so I'm trying to turn it bit by bit, remove it bit by bit. Be patient and do this. Okay, after that we're going to close that part up. Okay, you can, with your needle and thread, you just thread it as though you're doing your strap, you're tying your strap on your shoes, you're lacing your shoes. Okay, yes, as though you're lacing your shoes. Okay, now we're done. We're done with this, and this is what our jacket look like. Okay, and this is what the inside of it look like. You can wear it inside out. That's what I was trying to tell you. You see, and I'll put it on so that you can see. Thanks for staying up till this time. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you in my next video. Bye.